This video just got 100 million views. And yeah, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. It has made me want to shoot longer videos on YouTube again. Now, the first video I decided to talk about is this video because of the train issue, man. Now, imagine you're in Tokyo and you're on a train, packed train to the brim, man. And yeah, people don't want to sit next to you. You are there, you are wondering, am I fat? Do I smell? Like, what's wrong with these people, you know? Like, why can't they sit next to me and I'm white? Oh my God. No, listen, this is Japan. They discriminate everybody equally, man. They don't really care whether you're black or white or Chinese. I mean, Chinese, they kind of mind, you know what I mean? Japan is just like Oprah. You get discriminated. You get discriminated. You too, white man. Oh, why am I being discriminated and I'm a white man? No, in Japan, it doesn't really matter, man. But yeah, I'm excited because today I want to break down the reason why Japanese people do not sit next to you on the train, man. It's nothing personal. First of all, Japan is a very populated country. I mean, you read a lot of reports about the population going down, stuff like that. They are not having, you know, according to Daniel Wilson. They're not having enough sex and stuff like that. It is true. It is true, but the cities are crowded as fuck. Tokyo is so crowded, man. You know, but in Japan, there is something that is called personal space. I know every culture has it, but once you say that it's a Japanese thing, it just sounds good. And, you know, many people will be like, okay, that's very, very deep, you know. But if you say, oh, Kenyans or Americans have a concept of personal space, it doesn't sound that exciting. So let's make it Japanese. When you go on the train and sit next to them, they feel like you're invading their personal space. The Japanese have perfected the art of psychological withdrawal from the people. Like, someone can be there, but they are not there at all. And just like, hey, I need my space, man. I want to be alone. Leave me alone. You know, it's not anything personal, really, you know. Don't eat on the train. It's disgusting. You're closed in one space with a bunch of strangers. Why are you eating, John? Dave, come on, save your mayo tuna sandwich until you get to Ikebukuro. You know what I mean? Relax. You don't have to eat every time. Maybe that's another reason why they don't want to sit next to you, because you are fat. I think that's an insult in some countries. But yeah, you are kind of big. So yeah, don't eat on the train. Don't talk too loud. But you can talk loud, or you know, you can have a conversation. Just look around. Be socially aware. And yeah, it's cultural here to just think about others. It's not everything is not just about you, Margaret, okay? So yeah, you kind of think about others and you respect. That's why they don't want to sit next to you, because you're loud. That's I think the main reason. And also they just don't know who you are, man. I mean, they don't know each other, but they kind of have that comfort. Like when I see a black guy walking around Tokyo, I feel good. You know, and yeah, if I see a black guy walking, I say hi. Although some of you motherfuckers are weird, man. You don't want to say hi back. Yeah, sometimes also you just smell, man. Sometimes you just smell. I walk away from Japanese people sometimes on the train because I can't just help the strong stench of chuhai, strong zero, and garlic. Like, you know, most of them drink in the morning and shit because they don't have lives or are hungover, and it's kind of strong. I can't sit. I move. I walk away. So it's not that I don't like Japanese people, but if you're smelling of alcohol in the morning, man, even through the mask, like if I light a fire, the train will explode because you are just ethanol coming out of your mouth. Like, you know, I can't sit next to you, you know. It's not because you're a foreigner, it's because you smell. It's because you smell, and sometimes it's because you're fat. And sometimes you're just obnoxious, you're noisy, you're man-spreading. And also sometimes it's because they're racists. Yeah, and so all these are possibilities. So let's not tie it down to one thing, just racism. Oh, Japanese people don't like black people. Oh my God, Japanese people don't like white people. Oh, they don't like Indians. Oh, no, it's a mixture of of everything. I know Japan is a society and we can judge them as a group, but also I think individuality is a thing here. And so people who don't sit next to you on the train, they have their own, they have different reasons. But yeah, usually it's because you're a foreigner. That's enough reason for them not to sit next to you, because they have these preconceived notions of what you might do as a foreigner. You might just stand up and start doing that stupid dance, or you might talk to them in English. That is their biggest fear. Like, oh my God, what do I do when he talks to me in English? This is a very interesting country, man. So we have established the problem here. The problem is that most foreigners are complaining that Japanese people don't sit next to them. We have known the reason. We have established the reason. Number one is maybe you are noisy, you are smelly, you are too big, or they are just racist. All these are possible reasons. But what are the solutions moving forward? Because listen, I'm a very good guy. I'm that guy who comes here not only with problems, but with solutions. Solution number one, avoid peak hours if you can't, man. If you have some flexibility, instead of going to the office or commuting at 7:43 a.m. to Shinjuku, go at 10:04, you know, like when the train is a little bit not that crowded, right? That's a very simple solution, but I know most people do not have that luxury because they are English teachers, right? So there are other things you can do. Don't use too strong perfume, which is bullshit, because Japanese people kind of have that body odor. People say that Japanese people don't smell. It's a lie. I don't know which Japanese people you guys have been smelling, but the ones I've been smelling, they've been smelling. You know what I mean? I just go around like, chotone. Oh my God. You know, like, yeah, the Japanese, they're just human beings and they eat shit like us, you know. So yeah, avoid super strong perfume or cologne. I think me, I'm not even Japanese, but if it's super strong cologne and perfume, it kind of bothers me. It bothers everyone. This is not exclusively Japanese issues, you know, but it's because Japan is a special country. You know, these are people who don't have body odor. Even after eating fish spam, they don't have any body odor. After eating raw fish and raw eggs and fish spam and takoyakis. No, man, these people smell too. They are just human beings like us. So yeah, try and be clean. Shower, armpit. Simple things. Do that shit. I think that will help. What else? So yeah, avoid busy times on trains if you can. Yeah, you have good hygiene. And yeah, if you're big, lose some weight. Sorry, I don't know how to put this, but I sometimes I actually don't like feeling the warmth from the person sitting next to me. So if you're big, you're occupying a bigger space, which means you're giving me more of that warmth and less of the space. I am African. I like the heat, but the warmth from a thick, fat stranger is not something I like witnessing. This is not, I'm not bashing any fat person or any thin person. Just, you know, get a car. Well, how about that? We forgot that. Yeah. Get a driver's license, come to Japan and, you know, sell your kidney to go to the driving school. Get a driver's license and, yeah, be commuting to work. You do not have to use the trains every day. If you can walk, even better. If you can cycle, way better. That's another thing. If you have to commute every day, just get an apartment near your job. It's expensive, but yeah, you will be avoiding a lot of conflict and a lot of, you know, feeling, being made to feel less of a human being every day you're on the train. There is somebody who's staring at you, someone who's running away from you, someone who's looking at you with crazy eyes, someone who's trying to talk to you in Japanese about shit you don't understand, someone asking you nonsense questions. To avoid most of these interactions is the answer. Avoid all these interactions by cycling, by getting a car, by getting a car, by leaving early or leaving late, man. Yeah, go home early and you tell your boss to understand, man, you know. Or go home super late when the trains are not that busy. How about that? If you're a local living in Japan, avoid touristic areas. Avoid the Shibuya crossing, man. Avoid the Godzilla in Shinjuku. Avoid Kyoto at all costs, man. Like, I have no desire of going to Kyoto at all. Like, avoid all these places where these people come here in our country. They don't know the rules. They don't give a shit. They're here for 4 days and then they fuck off. You know, so we are the ones who are left behind paying for their sins. I do not like tourists, man. You know, I know, I understand. But yeah, listen, just avoid going to those areas populated by tourists. You know, you are a local. You should, by now, after 1 year in Japan, you should know places to go. Don't go to Shibuya, Shinjuku, Ikebukuro, Akihabara, whatever. No, because this is where problems are, because so many tourists are there. So even if you go to like restaurants there, the people at the restaurants have had so many bad experiences with the tourists. Even when you are lost, if you go and ask the train master for direction, they kind of have that, you know, standoffish demeanor, because that's what they're used to. They're used to dealing with tourists every day. And, you know, so they feel everyone is just visiting and everyone is just doesn't know what's going on and everyone is breaking the rules. And yeah, avoid those places. Let me hear what you want me to talk about, because this is something that I want to start doing more often again. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. We out of here.